In our society, we're taught to respect elders, and rightfully so. After all, they do have more experience in life than we do. But sometimes, when it comes to certain elderly people, it's best if you just take what they say with a grain of salt. There are some older people out there who know their stuff, but it's not all of them. You may have run into some who seem to be quite ignorant about a lot of things despite being much older than you. While age doesn't always dictate how educated someone is, here are 5 signs of a poorly educated individual. 1. They won't admit they don't know something. Do you know the difference between a meteor and a meteorite? How about the names of the different cranial nerves? Or perhaps you can differentiate between classical, operatic, and verismo singing. Well, if you answered no to most of those questions, you're not alone. But there's one thing for sure. You're definitely not this person. This person will answer yes to all of those questions, even though they don't know what any of those things mean. Why? Because they're too afraid to admit they don't know something. It's a common thing to feel like you need to know everything, and that you'll somehow lose respect if you admit you want to know something. The truth is, it's better to say, I don't know, and then learn, rather than pretend you know and then embarrass yourself. But no, this person would rather maintain their dignity by pretending to know everything. That is until they get proven wrong, at which point they either double down or shift the blame to someone else. 2. They think America was built by just one person. When discussing historical figures, most people know the story of George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, etc. But have you ever met someone who insists that only one person was responsible for building America? If you haven't, you probably don't have anyone like this in your life. But if you do, this is definitely a sign of someone who is poorly educated. History isn't just about memorizing names and dates, although that helps. But what is more important is understanding the complexities of history and knowing that most major events are caused by hundreds or thousands of factors. This person thinks that one person built America and forgets that before George Washington, there was an entire nation with thriving cities, governments, and economies. 3. They talk. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone where they keep saying, not only do they say them, but they also insist that they're true? These could be like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Therefore, they won't bother trying to learn anything new. Actions speak louder than words, meaning they never follow through on their promises. All good things come to those who wait. So they'd rather miss out on opportunities because they want to play it safe. And every cloud has a silver lining, so they never take responsibility for their actions. Whenever these people speak, it's hard not to roll your eyes at the outdated and inaccurate statements they insist on making. At least, they're consistent. 4. They use big words when speaking. Is someone in your life fond of throwing around big words when they speak? Perhaps they make a simple statement like, I went to the grocery store today, and suddenly turn it into a run-on sentence with words like supermarket and retail establishment. They may do this because they actually think it makes them sound smarter. However, it really makes them sound like they're trying too hard to sound smart. It's like they want to replace every normal word with a synonym from the thesaurus, even if it doesn't fit. Normally, using big words isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's impressive when someone has a vast vocabulary. But this is different. This person uses these big words so often that they start to lose their meaning. Imagine someone calling every female cat a feline goddess, or every car a road chariot. Eventually, you'd stop taking their word choices seriously. That's what happens when you overuse fancy words. They become as meaningless as the word cool or lit. And while this may seem trivial, constantly trying to impress others with your vocabulary is a sign of insecurity. 5. They think they can fix everything with money. Most people understand that money isn't everything. You can buy happiness, love, health, or peace of mind, but some people forget that lesson, especially if they became rich later in life. Suddenly, this once frugal person now wants to buy a brand new luxury car, a mansion, in an affluent neighborhood and clothes made from rare animal skins. Before, they'd happily walk to work every day, but now they insist on driving their gas-guzzling SUV everywhere, even if it's just to go to the grocery store. Before, they'd find ways to save money, but now they waste it without a care in the world. Suddenly, money is this person's top priority. But remember, it's only a tool. There are many other signs of a poorly educated person, but we think you get the idea. These are just a few common signs to look out for. We should mention that these points are generalizations, and that not every poorly educated person will display all of these traits. Also, just because someone doesn't exhibit these traits doesn't mean they're well educated. Everyone is different. Some people may be well educated but still display some of these behaviors. Others might not display any at all. It all depends on the individual. We hope we were able to shed some light on this topic and that you found some insight in this video. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with friends and family. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Do you agree with the points we mentioned in this video? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts. If you found this video interesting, be sure to hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn notifications on to keep up with our uploads. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time!